Kamen Rider Gavv, The Sweet Squad, Part 2. The poll was announced on whether the Kamen Riders are heroes or monsters. Shoma and Hando as Gavv and Valen confront and were defeated by Granutes, Leon, Tyra, Gale, and Juni. However, they're saved by the 4 Gavv imposters in the forms of Chocodan, Zakuzakuchips, Fuwamalo, and Gurukin respectively, with their Gavvs as blue, yellow, green, and pink, as they finally get to meet with Shoma. The 4 Granutes, who called the 4 imposters as traitors to the Stomach Company, are now joined by a high-ranked Granute to hunt them down by forming a plan. Continuing from the previous part, Shoma and Hando take the 4 Gavv imposters to hit prepare after calling Sakaka that they will be heading back to the building for a break. Once inside, Shoma and Hando ask the 4 who they are, including becoming traitors to the Stomach Company according to Hando, and how they know Shoma. After giving the 2 a warning to not get mad, the 4 Gavv imposters revealed that they're Granutes serving the Stomach family to gather human presses for dark snacks, however didn't travel to Japan, instead traveling all over the world as the family's true goal. Much to Shoma and Hando's horror, the imposters who later have the Gavvs blue, yellow, green, and pink went to France, North America, Brazil, and United Kingdom respectively, thereby disguising as humans. They found their first victims respectively, a French woman who loves chocolate, a lonely dog named Snacky, a female horticulturist teacher who studies on marshmallows, and a female high school student who loves playing Candy Crush Saga on her phone to get turned into presses, but later realized about happiness in the human world, and that if they turn their victims into presses to die at the company, then there will be no happiness for the humans and other living beings, and that the company are making a great sin to this, betraying their role to the company and wanting to experience the human world to turn over a new leaf. The 4 lived with those victims while hiding their Gavv so that they wouldn't know, and they received names, as well as snack and sweets, from those victims, Patsy, Zach, Fofo, and Brinal, which Shoma noticed that those names are similar to the incorporate words like Zakuzaku and Pocky Pocky. Their lives as humans were fine, but came to an end when Granutes, Leon, Tyra, Gale, and Uni showed up, revealing to the victims that those rebels are Granute, and turned those victims into human presses and crumbling them to their death, just like Shoma's mother, resulting in the traitors to flee the country to take refuge in Japan. Before turning into presses, the victims explained to the new Granutes that it doesn't matter whether they are humans or Granute, because they are happy to see them turn over a new leaf to experience what the human world is about. Shoma understands the 4's backstory and feelings because he wanted a Granute to be free from the company's control, while Hando's furious about capturing humans in different countries, now that the family is taking this too far. When asked how they changed their Gavvs into the like of Shoma's, the 4 explained that after they saw Kamen Rider Gavv on the news, they received surgery from the old developer, and are able to create Gochizos like Shoma to become Kamen Riders, as the 4 chose their names to be Choco-L'amour, Choco-I for short by Zach, Snacky, Malo, and Crush. After that, Shoma knows who the developer is, as he tells Hando that he will take them to the developer. While heading to the developer's home, Shoma explains to the 4 that Hando can't find out that the developer was Shoma's granduncle, Dent, a Granute who also modified Shoma's Gavv, which Hando sees it as a belt, and that Shoma will not let Hando to find out that he's a half-Granute born from the Stomach family. Sitting on a park staircase by night, Hando thinks that the 4 Gavv imposters were telling the truth because of their serious expressions, and wonders if Shoma's a Granute like them that will tick him off because of keeping secrets away from Hando, but gets rid of it for that to ever happen. Just then, a Granute confronts Hando, who recognizes his face of a wolf who killed his mother, but his skin's red, as that red Granute reveals himself as Kamio, and that the Granute Hando saw as a child was a look-alike of him. Hando was about to transform, but gets beaten and knocked out by Kamio, who picks up the Chocodan Gochizo to send a message to the family's exiled brother. Shoma and the imposters arrive at the cave and meet Dent, who explains that he did modify the 4's Gavv to be like Shoma's because of watching a superhero show of 5 Rangers in colors red, blue, green, yellow, and pink on the old TV. as he did Shoma's red first before the traitors years later during Shoma's battle as a hero. While thinking of a team name for the 5 Kamen Rider Gavvs, the Chocodan Gochizos arrives to tell Shoma and View on the Gavv phone that Hando was taken by Kamio, who informed the little creature that if Shoma wants to get Hando and the human presses back that Kamio and the 4 Granutes possessed, Shoma along with the 4 imposters have to turn themselves in for execution as a trade, not allowing their Gochizos to interfere. With no other option, Shoma, Patsy, Zak, Fofo, and Peridot have to do what Kamio says. What will happen to them now? To be continued in the final chapter.